Out here doing my daily walk. Got another say what for y'all. It's part three. Go ahead and get started here in a minute. Hope everybody enjoyed their morning this morning. Where I'm at, I'm in Michigan. It's all sunny. Supposed to be 91 today. Real nice outside. All right, let me go ahead and get started, man. So like I said, this is Say What Part 3. And as you see in the in my hashtag, you got Maxwell. I can't say the lady first name. I think it's Jocelyn or something like that. The white chick that was grooming the kids for Jeffrey Epstein and all the guys on that island. We all know who they might be and who they is. And you see hashtag R. Kelly. Now, yesterday they gave R. Kelly 30 years. I broke that news yesterday on my live. As y'all see, my son popped in. Uh, they gave him 30 ball. Now, my whole thing was uh, the man can't read or write. So who was doing the logistics part for him? Who was booking the flights? Who was paying for, you know what I mean? Who was handling that back channel type of stuff? Why them folk not doing 30? Then they charge him under a RICO like he was like Al Capone or something. As you see, side note, you see how they doing with the RICO? They using RICO against everything. Young Thug, Young Gunner, the YSL. They trying to jam them boys up. So while we co-signing shit and not understanding like that RICO law, you know, anything when it comes to black folk, it's like the economy. If the economy bad for white folk, it's worse for us. So anything that's out there for anybody, it's always gonna be worse for us. So that's one, man. So that's the side note. But getting back to topic at hand, you got the Maxwell chick either day before or was it, let me take today, Thursday? I think that was either Monday. Might have been Tuesday, but I think it was Monday. Where they gave her 20 years. And she was the one grooming 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old girls. You understand? Let me repeat that, man. She was the one who was grooming 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, man, for grown ass men. Like Jeffrey Epstein. They said a lot of people was on that list, man. Tom Hanks, Bill Clinton. You know what I mean? That's why they won't release the list. Now, side note, Jeffrey Epstein allegedly supposed to have committed suicide. So I don't think they're gonna do a suicide with her. I think they're gonna say she was sick. Boom, she got cancer. They done shot her with something, or COVID. They're gonna say something. It's gonna be something along them lines. It ain't gonna be no another Jeffrey Epstein type situation, allegedly. So, yeah, that's how they're gonna knock her off because they don't want her to talk. But at the end of the day, why they won't release that list, man? They won't release that list because there's some very powerful men on there. It's hard for y'all to understand that because we only look at what we see, what's in front of us. We know it's some horrible people in our community. We know it's grown ass men. I went to high school. When I was in high school, you had grown ass niggas and cutlasses and Monte Carlos picking up freshmen. So they 13, 14, maybe 15 years old. Grown ass men. Then they're 30 years old. We don't talk about that in that hood. We see it, but then we don't see it when it comes to these white men in suits or these white bitches. You know what I'm saying? We just don't see it for some odd reason. I don't know if it's a chip in us. They didn't just put a chip in us from slavery, or we just blind to the fact. We see everything wrong in our community, but it's hard for us to see like, no, I don't think Bill Clinton would do that. I don't think Joe Biden is a pedophile. No, we don't think that. All allegedly. But we don't think that. But we think the worst about our own. And some of it is true. Some of us is pedophiles and all kind of stuff in our community, man. But we also got some good folk too. Some upstanding men, some upstanding women as well. So that's just my thoughts on the Maxwell chick. You know what I'm saying? Like how they give R. Kelly 30 ball and get her 20. And they just say R. Kelly they didn't even say young girls. They just say, you know what I mean? That's like a pimp. A pimp can get charged with RICO now. You know what I'm saying? Moving girls cross state line. Like they may have some girls in Michigan and say, okay, it's popping in Atlanta. And then they take them down to Atlanta. If they get caught up, they can get hit up with the RICO. And then you get an extra charge for moving across state lines for pimping and pandering. So they don't say R. Kelly had sex with young girls. That's not even what he on trial for. They trying to shape it that way because black folk, we don't read, man. We don't read unless something negative. You know what I'm saying? Something negative, we'll read the whole thing. We'll read a whole motherfucking paragraph and some on a Facebook post. Read that. Oh, such and such pregnant by such and such, or such and such gave such and such an STD. Oh man, we reading that whole thread, and it could be 300,000 comments. We're gonna read all the threads. But when it comes to other shit, we don't read, man. We just go with what they put on the headline. R. Kelly on trial for sex trafficking. We just automatically assume it's little girls, but we're not reading. It's not our strong point just yet, as a whole. So bottom line, that man ain't on there for kids. Old girl was literally on there for kids and got 20 years. She groomed. Like when you see, like I'm in Detroit, Michigan, man. Every day, at least 1 or 2 girls between the ages of 12 to 15 just go missing. Just, mom, it'd be saying in an article on Fox 2 News, it'll say, she ran away, or she had an argument with her mom and she left and, you know, never returned. Now, this is something harsh I'm about to say, but this is the reality. A lot of them run away, a lot of them dip off because you got these phones now. They get to talking with these dudes, they thinking they the same age as them, but low key, they be older cats. Now, the reason why they run off and have issues with their mama or with the household, because they tough in the draws. And I don't have to explain what I mean when I say tough in the draws. Y'all should be able to figure that out. So they get tough in the draw. They 12, 13, 14, and they talking. They might be sharing pictures, might be seeing some of another person. It might make them feel some type of way. They lure their ass. And once they lure their ass, they snatch them up, man. And you never hear from them again. Now, is these girls that's getting snatched up here in Michigan, is they the ones who's ended up on that island? That Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein and them had? Something to think about. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. I'm gonna finish my little walk. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Peace.